April 30th, 2025. So I hope you are doing great. It's middle of the week, middle of the day, and it's time for you to take a break and watch me create. So my name is Colleen Magnus, and I have a lot of information to give you today. Information on specials coming up, information on the new catalog, and today we are going to actually celebrate National Scrapbooking Day. So that day will be this Saturday, May 3rd, and Stampin' Up! Is going to celebrate it in a big way. Plus, I'm going to share some scrapbooking inspiration with you, both from Stampin' Up! And some from the past where I was making my own pages. It's a lot of fun to go through. So today, let me boot on up, and we are going to get started. So again, my name is Colleen Magnus, and everything you do is Creating with Colleen. So today, this is my YouTube channel, and I come to you live every Wednesday at noon. Little asterisk on that I'll discuss with you at the end of this video. But lots of good things going on with Stampin' Up! Today. So I'll go through them as y'all are popping on. And because I love to talk at the camera and talk to you. And then we will put this camera down and create and share some inspiration. So today is your last day to get the creativity files. So creativity files is an 8-project PDF. It's a free class. And it's myself and 7 other demonstrators, very talented demonstrators. They are, and we put together a PDF for you every month. So it's 8 projects. It comes complete with pictures, supply lists, directions to put them together, and you can earn yours free with a minimum $40 order. So everybody who orders month of April, you will get these projects here for free. It's a PDF. So if you want to just purchase them, you can purchase at any time for $10.95. Or if you are part of my Creative Inspirations team, you will get yours free every month. But of course, that just means that tomorrow, May 1st, we're going to have a new Creativity Files. And again, just a little glimpse of some of the projects here, but I think it was another very successful month. So I am trying to meet a sales goal this month. So for today's the last day. If you do place a minimum $40 order, you can just go to creatingwithcolleen.com, hit the shop now button. And when you do, when your order is minimum $40 merchandise, you not only get the Creativity Files PDF, but you will also get 5 hand-stamped cards from me. Just my way of thank you for helping to push me over the goal line there. So as I said, May is going to be a really big month. Lots of fun things going on. So for National Scrapbooking Day, Stampin' Up! Is going to celebrate with double rewards. You heard me right, double rewards. So as you know, we just went to a new reward system. So anybody who places a minimum $20 order will earn 10% back of their merchandise. Well, for Friday and Saturday, May 2nd and 3rd, you're going to earn double that. So you're going to earn 20% back. So how awesome is that? If you place a minimum, $100 order, you're not going to get $20 back on your order to use when that new catalog goes live on May 6th. So it's really just a great way. I'm glad the rewards have changed because it's going to just bless so many other people and help you in this tough economy. Because it is tough out there, so you want to get some bang for your buck. And again, double rewards Friday, Saturday, May 2nd and 3rd, where you will earn 20% of your merchandise that you order, $20 minimum, back to use at a future purchase. I just think that's absolutely awesome. So you will need an online account. And if you do that, just opt in. The very first time you have to opt in, and then you never have to do that again. And a pop-up will come up to tell you that. So fun, fun, fun. Get your list ready. So now on May 6th, the new catalog will actually, in fact, I should have that cover. Hold on to show you. Now, right here. This new catalog, I can never show you the inside until it starts. So May 6th, I can finally break into it and show you this. It will also be on my blog and in my newsletter. So if you don't currently get my newsletter, go to creatingwithcolleen.com. Select that you want my newsletter, and I will have the links in there also. But Stampin' Up, again, they are going to celebrate this new catalog, and they have a starter kit special. So with the starter kit special starting on May 6th for the month of May, you can select $165. Let me say that so you heard that right. My tongue got tied. $165 in merchandise, and you are only going to pay $99. The shipping is free. And then the best part is you also get a free paper pumpkin kit. So this is just a great way to get a jump on this new catalog and the products you want, and to save. As I said, it's a tough economy out there right now, so we have to look for ways to save, and this is one of them. So you're probably wondering, what's the catch? There really is not a catch, honestly. If you purchase a starter kit, there's no other obligation. All those great products are yours to keep. If you want to stay active with Stampin' Up, then you are simply going to place a minimum $300 order. That's before your discount, because you get a 20% discount on everything you purchase. And once you do that, you just keep rolling. If you don't want to do that and you don't meet that, then you just simply drop and become my customer again. But the best part is your first quarter doesn't count. So you actually have until the end of October. If you purchase your starter kit in May, you will be active with Stampin' Up through the end of October by doing nothing. And this is going to give you a great time to check out my stamping community, to just get the most out of stamping. I'm very active with my team. We stamp online, so it doesn't matter where you are in the United States. We do that once a month. We actually have a in-person meeting that we stream online, so you could be a part of that. My door is always open to you to help you do all the things that you really want Stampin' Up to be, because the majority are hobbyists. And again, any questions on that, let me know. But that will start May 6th with the new catalog. And as I was saying, you know, I know money's tight, and not for everyone, but for many of you, you know, you have to scale back on your wants. We often think crafting is a need, and of course, it is pretty much a need as far as I'm concerned, but you have to be smart with your money too. So that's why I think purchasing the starter kit is a wonderful idea, because as I said, you're going to earn 20% off of your savings. So I think our catalog prices were really good. And, you know, as far as carrying over, we didn't have many increases, but that cardstock we did. Our 8.5 by 11 cardstock took a hit this year, and it's really because they don't have the fine paper industry, you know, the factories making fine, you know, high quality cardstock, and that's what we have. I've never seen anything compared to our cardstock. So Stampin' Up had to raise their price on that because, of course, they're getting raised prices on it. I explained in one of my previous videos how, you know, they're making pulp for diapers, and they're making, you know, products, boxes, corrugated boxes, because everybody is ordering online. That's where that industry is kind of going, because that's where their money is. But thankfully, we do still have a few paper mills that are making our high quality cardstock, but we're going to have to pay for it. So this is why I wanted to give you this example. Currently, our 8.5 by 11 cardstock is $11.50 per pack. That's not bad. It's great cardstock. That is going to go up to $14 a pack in May. But if you join Stampin' Up and take advantage of that discount, here's what that pack looks like. First of all, $14 minus 20%, you'll earn at least that on every order, is now $12.20 a pack. Plus, when your order is over $20, you're going to earn 10% more back. So now that cardstock is actually under $11. It's like $10.98. So that's just a way that you can kind of think of saving on your products. And again, no obligation, do it as long as you want, and then just simply drop. You don't even have to call in to drop. Just, you know, if you don't meet your quarter, you do. So, and the other great thing is when you are on my team, my Creative Inspirations team, we have such an awesome community of stampers. I mean, they love to share. We really are all about just creating, but then you would also get your creativity files PDF free every single month. So wrap your head around that, prayerfully consider it. Any questions, let me know. And we are going to get started. But I do have one more thing. This was like an informative video, and that's what I wanted to let you all know, because I definitely want you to know what Stampin' Up is doing. We have our new ink colors, and the cloud cover ink pad is not going to be available at all. They are having quality issues. Some of the pads were great, and they didn't have any fading issues. Other ones did, and Stampin' Up, being true Stampin' Up form, will not sell product that is not of the highest quality. So I really do appreciate that. So anyways, they won't be doing it. And really it's a problem that they have between the ink formula and then the firm foam pad. It only happened one other time, but it's just, they can't get it to stay where they want it to be. But we will have the cloud cover ink in blends, markers, ink refills. So the solution is that you can get, we sell the empty ink spots, 5 for $10, very inexpensive. You can get one of the ink spots and then you can get the refill and ink that and you've got a mini pad. So there's a will, there's a way. I've always learned that. Also on page 33 of the new catalog, they have the Stampin' Spot Assortment Pack. That's a mouthful. But the cloud cover little spot is in that too. So I just wanted you to be aware of that when you go to order on May 6th. And, done a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and start looking at some scrapping. So let me turn you down. Let me boot us up here. For some reason it didn't boot. So hold on, y'all. Get you in a minute. There we go. Click that. Okay. So let me see who is in the house. Oh, Diane Eckleberry. Your name I saw first. So glad you were here. Let me see. Melinda, hello. Gwen, Stephanie, hello. Beach Vogel, hello. Gwen, Mary, sunny Indiana. Yes, it is gorgeous here. Sunny Chesapeake. You are right, Diane. We're expecting some showers later, but that's okay. I don't mind an occasional shower. All right, so today we are talking scrapbooking because, again, Saturday is National Scrapbook Day. So I'm just going to show you like 3 types of kits that Stampin' Up has for scrapbooking, and then I'm going to show you some pages that I simply made with ink and cardstock. Ink, cardstock, stamps, and didn't use anything, so you'll be able to see that. So this here, I always thought this was pretty cool. This is called the Scenic Route Travel Journal Kit. Now this was originally $22 and it's on sale in our last chance list for $13.20. You can't beat that. So with this, you know, again, great price, but what I love about it, the number is 163904, or you can just go to the last chance list, is it comes with directions. So, you know, not that a stamper ever really truly follows directions, but if you wanted to, or give this as a gift, it shows you how to lay out the pages. They has pockets, and then you put these dividers, the pages, inside the book. But it really, they do a great job of giving you the samples, or you can go ahead and put it together however you want it. So even if you bought this and used a journal for something else, I think for $13, you are getting a lot of product. So what is in here? It comes with its own adhesive. So here we have the tear and strip. And then look at all this stuff in here. These are like stickers, but they're not paper. It's more of a cardstock. So you have, I'll go through them real quick. Look at all this. These are pockets. So when you take your pocket out, they're already scored. It shows you how to fold them, put them in there so you can put different memorabilia. For example, here, notice they have some tickets in there. You could put an extra picture. You have these little notebook looking pages. And then you have, which is nice, it's not like you have just words. You have letters and numbers. So you can make this anything you want. You're traveling around the world, you're going by plane. But look at all this. You're getting all of this for $13, y'all. Goes on and on. I love the suitcases. We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. Oh my goodness, amen. So that is just what is in this kit. Look, it goes on and on forever. And then what's nice is since it is a kit and we sell to different countries, you have different languages. So the fun with that is that you can tailor it to the languages, or what I do, like I know some of these are German. I have a friend, Pat, and she is German. I can always give these to her and she can make cards because I have no clue what they say. But anyway, so you get all of that in the kit. Then you have this fun journal here. Pull this off, and then when I open it, let me take that out. you have these pages. So see how the pages just slide up underneath here when you're putting this together. You decorate them, you put everything together with that. So you have pages like that, pages that fold out. I love when they start pulling out tricks like that. So those pull out, and then these have pockets, but the other ones also have pockets. So again, this is on the last chance list. And then you can pull this across. And it is originally $22 on sale for $13.20. And keep in mind, it's not too early to start thinking of Christmas, whether it be for somebody else or for yourself. So yes, Gwen says her first love was scrapbooking. That is so awesome, Gwen. I can see where it is. I finally finished. I'll have to post them. They're downstairs framed. I finally finished the 6 12x12 collages of my grandchildren. And I'll save that for another day, but it was so much fun. Because you're creating, you know, from the heart, from your memories. And it's just, it really is priceless. Hey, Tink, there's another, Tink is a big scrapbooker. So, and Tink and Gwen even know each other. Okay, so now Stampin' Up, and I think I showed you this once before, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. But Stampin' Up also has scrapbooking kits. So this was my first scrapbooking kit that I got. It's called Autumn to Remember. That number is 166502. And this kit sold for $42, and right now it is on our last chance list for $21. That is a steal, y'all, because there's so much product that you get. So in a scrapbooking kit, it's really, really nice because you're going to make 3 2-page 12x12 spreads. But what I found when I was doing this was that, you know, if you do it like they do it, it's great. And for my first one, I did. But they put so much on a page, you could make multiple, and I do mean multiple 12x12 pages, because I still even had, for all the ways that I did it with them, I still had plenty of product left over. So the Autumn to Remember kit is only $21. But when you get the kits, everything is in there to create your 6 12x12 pages. So you get the directions, they give you the pictures of the layouts, and what I like to do, they show you the designer paper and how to cut it. And they actually label it, which is nice. You know, you have 2C, 2F, 1C, and all that might not mean much until you go to the patterns in the back. So what I like to do is I cut my designer paper all at one time. I feel like I'm in the groove, we're good. I cut it all at the same time. I take a pencil, I write the number and letter on each piece, so I have them, and I separate them into the 6 pages, and then I'm ready to create when I sit down. And that's what they do. That's what they show you. So like here, they're actually giving you a visual of the page. Then they're giving you how to assemble it. Plus, if you can see here, they show those letters. They got 1H, 1J, you know, so they show you how to put this together if you are brand new to scrapbooking and that's the way you want to do it. Very nice kit. So real quickly, when I did those, I did, for of course, you know, I had to do some cards, y'all. So with this, I took the paper and I created this card. I thought that was a fun fold, but then I created the exact same look. And with this one, I used a window sheet. So it opens like a card, but you have your window sheet that you can see through. And I do have a video on this. So I have this, I have other cards that I made. And what I did is I used the Autumn to Remember stamp set. And that's what is so cool is, in addition to the kit, and I'll go into this in a little bit, they break down the items. So I'll explain it more on the next kit I show you. But this here, Autumn to Remember, is regularly $24. This is on the sale list, last chance, for $12. So it's just a great deal if you want to get this and the kit together. And I love this. I love the distinctive Stampin' leaves, and this is something that I will hold on to and keep using. So just real quick, let me show you the kits. Again, it's a 2-page spread. Oops. So they go together as such, like this. So let me just show you real quick. I'm going to try to keep the glare off of it. I took them out, the pages. So I have this one here. My friend and I across the street, we took a trip out to Bergie's Dairy, and we brought the grandkids and just had a lot of fun. And this, this was from a couple years ago, but that was the one page. Then I had this one, and I do enjoy the sayings, grateful for this moment together, and I really was. And oh my goodness, look at that little one there. Can you see her? Just as precious. Of course, that one's mine, but love her dearly. And then here's another one. They got to pick pumpkins. This little guy, Knox, cannot believe, well, he's at least 3 years older now. And we have the animals, but they have like the, this was great. This was a sheet that was thicker than cardstock, but they have all the different embellishments. And as I said, I have plenty left over to keep creating. And all things give thanks. Isn't that the truth? And then this here. Leaves abound from all around. So that is typically what your scrapbook kit will look like. And that was a great one. So again, it's on sale on the last chance list. Don't miss out, even if you just get it for the products to kind of do your own creating. So what I love about Stampin' Up, when close to my heart, sadly, had to close their doors, Stampin' Up acquired some of their items, and thankfully a lot of their people, because their makers are amazing scrapbookers. And it was time Stampin' Up focused more on scrapbooking instead of just the card making. I mean, you can always use the same either way, but still, I just think they did a much better job at focusing on it now, because now we have actual scrapbooking kits. So the last 2 brochures came out were digital. Now on the new catalog on May 6th, that is actually going to be in the catalog. So we just had to kind of hit the ground running, and since you print your catalogs like well a year in advance, we just had to do this. But what I'm going to show you right now, it's called Wildflower Celebrations. So the nice thing that Stampin' Up can do is we have our mini catalog. And here in our mini catalog, this is on page 42 and 43, we have this suite. It's called Wildflower Birthday Suite. And we have it more for cards. You have the dies that show, that you can cut numbers out of. I love when we have numbers, because it could be for a birthday, it could be for graduation. You can date your project. And then here, you've got the birthday stamp set. So with this, they actually sell it, separate. Your embellishments, your ribbon, your designer paper. Get this as a bundle if you want to or not. But then, when you come over here, they just give you some more samples. But in the scrapbooking section, we have what was called Wildflower Celebrations. So here with the Wildflower Celebrations, it works off of the suite in the mini catalog. They offer a different stamp set, and you can get, the other one was the cardstock and everything. Here you can get this as an entire kit, like I just showed you with the autumn one. You get the designer paper, you get the instructions, you get 10 sheets of designer series paper, 4 sheets of 2-tone cardstock, 4 sheets of the white willow cardstock, 3 sheets of stickers and pre-cut, photo place card holders, step-by-step instructions. Great as a kit. But say if you want to break the kit down, you can. And it is the same way in the new catalog. You can get the 2-tone cardstock separately. You can get the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper and one of the sticker sheets. You don't get the other 2, but it's still, you get the one and then a different stamp set. So Stampin' Up gives you options whether you want the whole kit and caboodle or whether you want it separately. So I actually did a class on this when I was at Tina MacArthur's Creations from the Heart retreat, which she has a whole list of retreat going into 2026, y'all. So check her out. Check out her Facebook page. I will be at the November, January, and March retreat in the Outer Banks, of course, teaching classes and creating with you. And she actually has some in Georgia. So that is her new destination. She has some crops there. She's going to check it out, I believe, this week. And so check out her Facebook page, Creations from the Heart, Tina MacArthur. And hopefully I will meet you there. We could stamp together in person for a change. How awesome would that be? So for the class, they did receive the designer series paper and the sticker sheet. So it looked like this. It was beautiful. And then of course all the paper in here. Let's see. Open this up. This was the designer series papers. So you got your sticker sheet. And then it's actually a foiled paper, which is so nice. Now this I loved because I taught them how to cut this down. I feel a sneeze coming. Oh, okay, good. I know, normally when you say something about it, it'll leave you. Good thing. But we cut these and we made cards with these. So what I offered in the class was you actually got the designer paper and the sticker sheet. You could do 3 cards and two 12 by 12 pages, or you can do double the cards, 6 cards. So this way it kind of spoke to everyone. But this is what the paper looks like. Specialty paper, so you have your gold foil. I mean, it really, really is pretty. Let me get that here. And then I'll show you the projects. And I don't even have to tell you how beautiful Stampin' Up cardstock is, or their designer paper. That's where I think they really shine. Now this was awesome, and I hesitate to pull it up. These are punch outs. So it's like an ephemera sheet that has all of these on here that you can punch out for the embellishments. And I'll show you where we use some of those. I just like to be careful with that because they punch out so easy that it can fall out. Let me see. There we go. Now what I do when I get that kit is I do like to punch them all out at one time, and then I just take one of our stamp cases that we have, because you can buy these individually too, and I keep all my pieces in there. But look at these. They're beautiful. And it already has the bling in there. You got cakes. Oh, it's just really a lot of fun. You have your banners like that. So I just get them out of the way instead of trying to keep them in the 12 by 12. And then I just put them all in a case. So here are the pages that we did. They have this page here. And then this one. So let me show you this one first. And again, using the sticker sheets. And then I'm going to show you a trick. I'm not going to actually demonstrate it for you because I have shown it in a video, and I'll tell you what video that is. But when I create a scrapbook page, I like to cut the back out. So I have a template that I cut this out. That saves on my weight, and it also gives me the old olive cardstock for my mats on the front. I really think my name should be the Thrifty Stamper because I do like to get the most bang out of my book for any of my products that I use. And then here's another one, but as I said, I cut the back out. And this one, I like when I can cut this one out because that is simply an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. So it goes on here just fine, the widest. And then this one here, I just cut down to 11 by 11 so I can have that border on here. So these were the pages that they made. They got all the little embellishments. It was a lot of fun. And then here are some, I'll just show you because I have a variety of cards that were made. So this one, very fun, simple, easy. That on the inside, that was stamped. But I wanted to leave it blank because sometimes you just need a card. And you don't know what you're going to need it for, so it's better to just have it blank. This was one that Tanya Reed did. So you have the banner and the dies. Let me open it up. But that would be fun. Make a wish. That's a great birthday card. This was one that I did. And what I did here is I used the designer paper and I embossed it. So we get some texture behind here. Use those beautiful dies. And so happy 50th anniversary. Happy 50th birthday. Whatever you would like it to be. Hooray for you. So that was one I made. This was one that they made out of that sheet I told you where you can cut the pieces for the cards. So I made that. This was the same piece. I love that sheet that, again, all the pieces were in there. So happy birthday to you. Here's another one. Tanya made this one too. So you can definitely, you know, see the stamp and see the possibilities. I think a kit will take you a long, long ways. And then here is one Thank you from all of us. So, lots of product there. Now, as I told you, when I cut out the pages, I do have some videos. And basically, it's called Basic Stampin' and Scrappin' Introduction. And I did that about 10 months ago. And on there, I show you how I cut the backs out. I shared other Stampin' Up pages that I made. And I created a fun background using clean wrap. So if you look at my YouTube channels, now it's under video. Y'all know I've got content under video and I've got content under live. This was done under video because I did it as a live on Tina's Facebook page and just put it into my YouTube channel. So again, it's from 10 months ago. So don't look at the host code. We don't have those anymore. Don't look at the special. We have our own May starter kit special starting next month. But check that out. And I can show you how to create that and how to do some more backgrounds. So I ran downstairs real quick and I said, let me just quickly grab some pages. I wish I had dated these. This one was from so long ago, but we used to do a lot of 6x6 pages. And I stamped How Do You Spell Love. I actually journaled on this one. And I have to say, growing up, these three ladies really made an impact in my life. I have my Aunt Georgie. I was 13 years old before I even knew she wasn't blood family. You know, she was my grandmother's best friend. I thought Georgie was my aunt, and she really is, my Aunt Georgie. She is my inspiration to my grandchildren because when I would walk into the room, she always made you feel like $1,000,000. She would be like, oh, look who's here, blah, blah, blah. She'd give you a big hug and lots of kisses. And I just remember how awesome that would make me feel. So I want to be Aunt Georgie, even though I'm Oma, to my grandkids. They need to feel like $1,000,000 when they walk into the house. Now, my Auntie Anne, she was a hoot. She was a lot of fun. And her sister, Auntie Anne, and that's Aunt Minerva. Auntie Anne always wrote letters. She's the one, she didn't send cards. Do y'all remember the memo pads? They were just lines. She would always write letters, and I would always write back to her. She always put $1 in there because, you know, back then sugar was expensive, and she wanted me to give that to my mom so we could buy some sugar. But just, I could see scrapbooking and how it just is going to bring you time and time again all the pleasure. So this is one real quick. It's all stamped. Believe it or not, even this is stamped, even though we have designer paper for that now. I went ahead and just stamped the bottom, made a tag, you and me, you're my best mate. So naturally, I have to put Danny in here. Did my own little banner because we had a banner punch at the time. Put this here. Really should have raised, I don't know if I can raise this up or not. Probably one of those things I should leave well enough alone. Hopefully you can see them all to be inspired by it. This again, this is all stamped. I actually put a little texture with my scoring blade on the side there. I don't know if you can see that. Put some texture on the corners on both sides. Some little embellishments. Happy birthday to you. So I got that. And then on this one here. And again, I carried that over to these two sides. I'm very symmetrical if you haven't noticed. It's that drafter in me. So here I have this page. I'll try to look to see if you can see them all in here. Here, again, another 2-page spread. This I didn't cut out. This I actually used the cardstock. And y'all know the 12x12 Stampin' Up cardstock will not be in the new catalog. We're not carrying it anymore. We are carrying the 12x12 two-tone cardstock from Close to My Heart. It's wonderful. It's not as heavy as this, but I love the option that you have 2 shades of the same color. So I have this one, and I have this one. And again, these were all dies from Stampin' Up. So see, all I need to do is print the pictures, and I've got the pages done. How awesome is that? And then here, these were ones that, of course, I cut the back out. But this, I did a torn faux paper on here. It's a fun technique. I'm sure you can find that on my YouTube page. And then we have our buttons. And then here, we had a die that actually made a bucket, which was a lot of fun. So here we have We have our fall fun. And I've got all these wonderful leaves falling out of the bucket, and I texturized them. Some of them are designer paper. Some I actually took the edge of the stamp pad and just did the paper and then cut it out. So just a lot of fun, y'all. Lots and lots of fun. I hope you got that inspiration. You like this going on the corner, Gwen? I am a texture person, so I really do like to have that texture. So let me see here. Let me check my notes. I've been doing nothing but talking. Tink said, you embossed the designer series paper? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Let me go back to that one. Trying to see which one it was, Tink. Do you remember which one it was? I've got it here. Let me see. I'm not seeing it on here. But yes, you can always emboss designer series paper. So again, here, that wasn't embossed. Oh, here we go. This one is. Yeah, so if you look on this level here, we had a dotted embossing folder. And this was actually, this would work with your two-tone, I believe, because I had like a little, what would you call it? Brush. Kind of like you do your nails when you're, what am I looking for? Y'all help me out here. The light brush that you can scrub this off with. Anyway, so I embossed it and lightly rubbed that because our two-tone paper that we're carrying now, the 12 by 12, that has a white center. The heavier cardstock that we are retiring does not. So you can take that, emboss it, take it with a buffing brush is what it is, kind of like a buffing tool, sponge, and then just drag some of that color off the top, and then you've got a whole different look. So I hope y'all like those. Now I do want to just go back and say the catalog starts on May 6th. One of the other things I wanted to let you know is sanding block. Oh, Colleen, you already answered a prayer. Thank you. And nice name too. Yes, a sanding block. That just was not in my head. So thank you, Colleen. You came to my rescue. But basically, we have some more exciting news that the, you know how when you go to order a product and it's not in stock? Well, sadly, okay, I see what you're talking about, Tink. I'll get you in 1 second. Sadly, when it's not in stock, you really don't know when it comes back in. Well, starting probably the end of this week, from now on, when you go to order an item and it's not in stock, a box will appear. And it will say, do you want to know when this item comes in stock? And you're going to be like, well, yeah, of course I do. When you check that box, you will get a one-time email notification when that product is back in. It'll give you the item number, name, and a picture. So no more guessing, no more having me trying to watch what products are coming in. I'm still doing that at this time. But with the new catalog, y'all know things are going to go, they're popular. We just have awesome product. So I'm glad Stampin' Up! Did that because it will come back. It's just that you want to know when. And so we'll definitely be able to do that. Tink, here's what you were talking about. So yes, I did emboss it. I don't know if you could see that. You can take your designer paper. I just wanted more of a vintage look, vintage texture. So that's what I did with this. I embossed it. And hopefully you can, yeah, you can definitely see that now. I see it. So use your folders on pretty much everything you can. Let me see. Was it white? But I could, okay, yeah, so I did just show it. So Tink and Gwen, yes, that's one where I embossed the designer paper, just to give it a little bit more texture. But the new catalog is coming out. Don't forget about that awesome starter kit special, where that you can go ahead and select $165 in product from the annual catalog, really from all of our products. Only pay $99, free shipping, free paper pumpkin comes with it, and no obligation. Now, I gave you a lot of information today. So with that, I'm going to put it in my newsletter. And anytime y'all want to order, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and select shop now. You'll see the catalogs there. You can request my newsletter and you can contact me so I can help you with any questions that you might have. Oh goodness, there you go, Steph. I love how you can take a oops and turn it into something great. She said, with some ink on her Boston folders before embossing, and it transfers to the paper, and it's beautiful. It is. You can actually ink inside of your folders. There are so many techniques you can do with your brayer and with your folder. So we could just do classes on that. That might be an idea. But I did want to let you all know that I am going to start some summer hours. I've never done this before, and I'm a little fearful because I don't want to lose you all. I want you to be able to find me. And when you know I'm coming every month, every Wednesday, you can. But I know I won't be here next Wednesday because we have preschool programs, and that's important. And I have to say, the grandkids really want to be at Oma's house. They're at an age, you know, I have them from 3 to 12. The 12-year-old maybe not so much, but the 3 to 9-year-olds, they want to be here playing, and I know this time only comes once in a lifetime. So starting in May, I am going to start coming to you live the second and the fourth Wednesday of the month. And it's kind of hard to do that when you are working so much. So I do hope that you will all still join me on the second and the fourth Wednesday of the month. So next week I won't be here because I'll be at the preschool programs, but then I'll see you the Wednesday after that, and then on the 4th, and we will go from there. So, but I do appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate your support. This is my full-time job, and I can't do it without all of you. So just let me know, as always, how I can help you. I hope you'll consider that starter kit and being a part of my Creative Inspirations team. I have the best team around, if I do say so myself. Just wonderful people who love to share. Alrighty, so anyways, let me check one more time. Thank you for getting it, Gwen. Yes, I do enjoy my grandbabies. They are amazing. What a blessing. You know, I thought I would only have one, and I have 6. Wow. Ask and you shall receive. So I hope these ideas inspired you. And again, thank you for all that you do for me. And please let me know if there's anything I could do for you. You all take care and make sure you do something creative today. Bye-bye. Oh, I always forget. Please like and share and comment on my video. The more you share and the more thumbs up I get, I guess the more exposure I can have. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.